Hello, my name is Carol Carter, and I am the president of LifeBound Academic Coaching, promotes coaching in the non-cognitive emotional social skills. And I'm also the founder, along with Ben Akalik and Art Costa and some other committed individuals, of a movement called Global Minded. This movement is about access and equity for first generation to college student leaders. We have a conference every year which is cross-disciplinary, and we bring in 100 first generation to college student leaders to do design thinking, rapid prototyping, professional skills, networking skills, and we connect them with employers like Google, Microsoft, Ball Aerospace, Lockheed Martin, Hewlett-Packard, Intel, some of the many pharmaceutical companies, and many of the other companies that are interested in hiring these students for internships and career fields once they graduate. One of the reasons I'm passionate about working with first generation to college student leaders is because there is a resourcefulness and a resiliency that these students have that we desperately need to create a diverse and strong world in our future economy. I want to tell you about 3 really remarkable students that we had the pleasure of working with last summer, and there are many more, but since we're on a time limit, we're going to stay to 3. So Elise Tram is a student, engineering student at the Colorado School of Mines. She's first generation to college, and she's passionate about engineering. She's passionate about helping other first generation to college students, and she often jokes that when you have to fill out the form of what your ethnicity is, that she says she can fill out almost every box. So she is smart, she's talented, and she's someone who played a real leadership role in the conference and also as an intern with Global Minded last summer. And her goals in the world are to go out and make a difference for other first generation to college student leaders herself. So that's Elise Tram. There's also a woman named Sallie. Her parents were immigrants from Korea. She is going to school back at Smith, and she was part of the team this summer. And she really learned a lot about herself through this process. She was able to really question and probe in careers and fields that she thought she would be interested in. And then she was able to get some internships and figure out specifically the ways in which her gifts and talents could inform what she really wanted to do once she knew more about herself from working in an actual company. Then there's a person named Austin, who's originally from Los Angeles. He was also first generation, or is still first generation. He's a senior now and started out thinking that he wanted to be in business. Then he got an internship, learned more about himself, and learned that he really wanted to be in real estate and take real estate into the realm of finance as well. So he's another student who's first generation to college, built a very strong network of supportive people around him, was able to advocate for some of the things that he needed, especially his freshman year when he ran into some roadblocks. And he is part of this diverse and really richly talented network of first generation to college students. If you're interested in learning more about some of these students, you can visit my HuffPost blog, where I interview many of these students, including some of the first gen students who are now in middle age or better, and they are leading in their different respective areas, whether it's STEM or business or politics or other areas. One of my other favorites is Jeremy Estrada. He was actually a gang member in Los Angeles and went through a program called the Rite of Passage, where he was able to really reform through not a traditional adjudication path. And he had a dream to become a doctor. Even though he failed chemistry a couple of times and had some other setbacks, he ended up going to Georgetown Medical School. He's now a cardiologist in Chicago. So in a world that values and desperately needs diversity, we need to close the access and equity gap, and we're only going to do that if every college out there is dedicated to creating a globally minded structure where students from all different backgrounds, Native American, students whose parents came over on the boat from Vietnam, students who are from historically black colleges, students who are from Hispanic serving institutions, students who are Caucasian from some of the most rural parts of America. If all of these students can come together and learn to respect each other, learn to work together, and learn to be committed to not only progressing their own capabilities, but helping the world in a bigger way, we're going to see some of the racial issues we've experienced over the last few years, and some of the companies that currently have 2% minority in women have upwards of 30 and 40 and 50% diversity of the most capable people that we have to contribute personally and professionally as our world grows and expands and improves in the coming years.